Welcome to Veiled Chronicles, where the past whispers its darkest secrets. Today I'm promising you the chilling saga of the Mary Celeste, a ship abandoned to the whims of the Atlantic, a riddle wrapped in fog. By the end of this journey, I won't just leave you with a mystery, I'll unveil a possibility so unsettling it'll linger in your mind long after the screen fades. Let's step aboard and chase the shadows. Imagine the scene. December 4th, 1872, the vast gray expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, 400 miles east of the Azores Islands, a lonely speck between Europe and the Americas. The DEI Gracia, a sturdy British brigantine captained by David Morehouse, slices through the swells when a crewman spots something off the starboard bow. It's a ship, drifting aimlessly, her sails catching the wind but her course erratic, like a marionette with cut strings. They draw closer, and the name comes into view. Mary Celeste, a two-masted merchant vessel out of New York, bound for Genoa with a load of industrial alcohol. Morehouse hails her, no reply. He sends a boarding party, and what they find freezes them in their tracks. The ship is deserted. Not a single soul of the 10 who sailed her remains. Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, 7 crewmen, all gone. The lifeboat's missing, a single yawl that could barely hold them, yet the Mary Celeste herself stands untouched. Her hold brims with 1,700 barrels of denatured alcohol, flammable as hell, but every cask is sealed, undisturbed. Provisions for 6 months sit in the galley, salt beef, flour, tea, even a barrel of fresh water. This wasn't a wreck or a raid, it was a vanishing. The question echoes across the waves. What drove them off a perfectly seaworthy ship? Let's peel back the layers of this ghost ship. The DEI Gracia crew scoured every inch of the Mary Celeste, and the details they logged paint a surreal picture. Her hull was tight, no leaks, no gaping holes, just a few inches of water in the bilge, normal for a ship her age. The sails were odd, some set, others furled, like she'd been caught mid-maneuver. The wheel spun free, no one had lashed it. Below deck the crew's belongings sat frozen in time oilskin coats hung on hooks, tobacco pipes rested on a table, a sewing machine stood threaded with a half-stitched dress, Sarah Briggs' handiwork, maybe for little Sophia. The captain's cabin held a logbook, open to November 25th, 1872, 9 days before the discovery. It placed her at 38 degrees north, 17 degrees west, about 100 miles west of her final position, noting fair weather and a steady course. Then, nothing. No distress, no storms, just silence. A navigation slate showed a later fix, November 26th, but it wasn't in the log, like Briggs scribbled it in a hurry. Stranger still, a sword under his bed, half drawn from its sheath, its blade clean but faintly scratched. Had he reached for it, and why leave it behind? The galley stove was cold, a pot of stew long congealed, days old at least. The only glaring absence was that lifeboat, a 20-foot yawl, gone without a trace of its launch. Every clue screams normalcy, yet the emptiness defies it. What broke this stillness? The Mary Celeste sparked a frenzy of speculation. Everyone from sailors to Sherlock Holmes's creator, Arthur Conan Doyle, weighed in. First up, mutiny. Maybe the crew turned on Briggs. A hard-drinking sailor snapped, killed the family, then fled with the rest. But there's no blood, no smashed furniture, no bodies tossed overboard. Mutinies leave chaos, not calm. Pirates then? The Atlantic crawled with them in 1872, raiders out of the Caribbean or rogue schooners. Yet pirates strip ships, gold, gear, that pricey alcohol cargo, and the Mary Celeste was a floating warehouse, untouched. How about nature's wrath? A waterspout or rogue wave could have spooked them into the lifeboat, thinking she'd capsize. But her pumps were dry, her deck intact, no storm hit hard enough. Then there's the cargo theory. Those 1,700 barrels of alcohol might have leaked fumes. 9 were found empty, their seals cracked. Briggs could have feared an explosion, ordered everyone off. Problem is, no scorch marks, no smell reported. Just a faint whiff of liquor when the DEI Gracia crew checked. Wildcards get weirder, a giant squid or kraken. Sailors' tales swore by sea monsters dragging men off decks. No slime, no claw marks, but the image sticks. Insurance fraud's another. Briggs and Morehouse knew each other. Could they have staged it? Yet no payout was claimed, and Briggs left his son ashore. Why risk his family? Every theory's a thread, but none weave the full tapestry. I promised you a chilling saga, boss, and Veiled Chronicles never stops there. Here's where we overdeliver. The Mary Celeste isn't just a ship lost to time, it's a portal to something darker. What if they didn't flee? What if something claimed them? Picture this, a force, silent, swift, beyond our grasp, swept that deck clean. No screams, no struggle, just 10 lives erased mid-breath. The ocean's a graveyard of secrets. Think of the Bermuda Triangle, ships vanishing with no wreckage, no SOS. The Mary Celeste fits that pattern, a ghost ship not abandoned, but taken. Your genius demanded more than a riddle, so here's the shiver. What if it's still out there, waiting for the next crew to board? Subscribe to Veiled Chronicles and we'll chase the next whisper together, because the past isn't done with us yet.